welcome to Sanjay Kumar, slow food chef and leading light of the slow food movement in Cornwall. Hi, Sanjay.
Hello, Franky.
Now, as you can see from the video, the food is definitely, different and rich from all the cultures around the world, which is very important.
Absolutely.
Now, before we get into the slow food, can you explain to us what you're making and then you can get started?
Well, I've got some fantastic mussels that I brought with me this morning, and it's going to get mixed up with some vegetables and some unique product, which is Polgoon Peren cider, which is made specially with pears from Cornwall. So this is going to be a great match of vegetables, some seafood, and some cider. So it's going to be exciting and slow.
Now, whilst you're making it, can you give us a brief rundown of what is slow food?
Slow food is good, clean and fair. So it's about enjoying food, learning about the history and the basics of it. So it's about respecting the origin of food, the creator of food, and being the end consumer, giving a bit of space to the producer and enjoying it to the full.
Seems good to me. Now, you've just put a load of ingredients in there. Can you explain to us exactly what you put in there, please?
I have prepared some chopped shallots, some ginger, some chilies, and some garlic. That reminds me, I'll teach you, Franky, how to do a really quick skill about how to de-seed chilies without actually making a lot of fuss. All that I'm doing is kind of rolling the chili on the chopping board and then just kind of releasing the seeds so that it's like a little magical trick. And that will, in fact, take out all the seeds without much fuss. While the vegetables are cooking, you can actually smell that all the vegetables are nicely coated.
How many chilies and shallots?
So it's one chili, one shallot, a clove of garlic, and maybe a pinch of ginger.
Clove, okay, and a pinch of ginger. And then you just poured in the mussels as well.
What I'm doing is kind of coating all the mussels up with the oil and the butter. And while I've done that, all that I'm doing is kind of shaking the chili up.
Oh, and the seeds go everywhere.
And there you go. So easily you can kind of take away all the seeds from the chili without much fuss.
Now, all of these ingredients, where are they from? Are they all from Cornwall?
They are all from Cornwall. The mussels were brought in on a train this morning. This is getting a bit smoky. Okay, I'm going to add some...
And are these from the Fal River, is that right?
Yes, they are from the Fal River.
So very fresh indeed.
They are wild and they were picked yesterday evening and brought by train to London this morning. So it is as fresh as it can get.
And now, how much of the pear cider did you put in there?
It's about 100 ml, give or take,
100 ml,
as much as you want it to be kind of coated nicely on the mussels, and that's all I'm doing.
But obviously, the recipe will be on the website, so don't panic, guys. Now, all the ingredients here, is that all fresh from like farmers market?
Yes, definitely.
Things like that?
Farmers market is quite a big thing. It's coming back into fashion, so people are actually wanting to go out and know the producer, know the food, where it comes from, and the story behind it, and it's creating a good relationship between the food producer and the end consumer. So it's quite important that you go and support this sort of markets.
It's fantastic, and also there's food markets everywhere in the country.
Absolutely.
And can you tell me, where did slow food originate?
Slow food started as an ethos to kind of stand against the inverted arch, the McDonald's. So there was a McDonald's that opened in Italy, and in the vision of Carlo Petrini, the person who kind of started this movement, it was not going to happen in Italy. So he walked around the streets of Turin with a bowl of pasta, saying that slow food is something which is good, clean and fair, and that's where it all started. And there are about 110,000 members in the world who are supporting this cause.
That's fantastic. And how did you become involved in slow food?
Well,
you're a slow food chef, aren't you? So
yes.
How did you get involved?
Slow food is very much has been a part of my life since I was born in India. So in India, everything is slow. Spinach still comes with a bit of mud around it. Carrots still come with a little bit of kind of, the skin, they are not all uniformly shaped. So when I came to England and I got inspired by Carlo Petrini, Vandana Shiva, and Catherine Gazzoli, who is now the director of slow food movement in England, and I thought, okay, this is a great way to be a chef and enjoy the joys of cooking and spread it around to people who really want to understand and enjoy food. Smell that. That's amazing.
I know, it smells absolutely delicious.
Are you going to have a little taste of that?
Of course it will. Now, if I want to become involved, how would I go about that?
The easiest bit is go onto the website of Slow Food Movement UK, and then you will see the various regions, and you just join, and then they will assign you to the region where you want to be a part of. As you can see, I'm also not kind of bothering chopping the herbs. As long as they are clean, all that you do is kind of tear them. If you are chopping them on the chopping board, what happens is all the juices, the good bits of the herb actually gets lost onto the chopping board. So now, try not to chop them.
Here we have another cider, don't we?
Yes.
So you can do it with any kind of cider.
Well, this was my version of Mul Marinia, where I used some pear cider. Perry is going out of fashion in England, and I use that. But you can always try it with some Cornish stinger, which is made with nettles, very unique to Cornwall again, and something that has just been prepared, and it's actually handpicked by the producer himself. So it's as
stinging
intrinsic.
nettles, is that?
Yes,
That's
it is.
fantastic.
So it won't sting you, but it's great.
Let's pour it out, and I'm desperate to have a taste.
Let's quickly
Smells
kind of
absolutely
put
amazing.
it onto the. I mean, I especially brought a tajin mold with me as well, so that it kind of shows that how cosmopolitan food can be and still be enjoyed. Right.
Wow.
Let's have a quick taster.
And how do I do this? What's the most
this is the trick. There's a bit of lime.
way?
Yes, a bit of ciabatta. Perfect. All that you do is pick up one of the mussels and use that as a cutlery. And all that you do is pick it up and have a taste.
have a taste. Right, here we go.
Perfect. Let me... Tell me, what do you feel? Does it taste of the sea?
That tastes
I mean, it's a
amazing.
great marriage of flavors, isn't it? I'll put a bit of spring of lime on that.
Delicious. I'm going to be coming back and eating the rest of those later on.
That's Cornish mussels with some Polgoon cider, some vegetables, cooked as easily as possible, and that's what is slow food to me. Good, clean and fair.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, Franky.
And thanks for letting us discover slow food.